Grooveshark, which was once valued at over $100 million and had over 35 million registered users at its peak, met an abrupt and unexpected end, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and a sense of loss for its loyal users. So, what went wrong? How did a company with such promise and potential fall so quickly? In this video, I'll figure it all out in detail and discuss the primary reasons for its sudden and unexpected end. So stick with me till the end, because I'm going to spill some secrets on the topic, and don't forget to subscribe. Grooveshark was a slick web-based music streaming service run by Escape Media Group in the United States. Listeners were free to upload their own digital music files, creating personalized playlists that could be streamed hassle-free. The site was a music paradise, boasting a search engine, streaming options, and a neat music recommendation system. It was like having your own DJ, curating tunes based on your preferences. Unfortunately, Grooveshark faced some legal challenges that led to its eventual downfall, but we'll discuss that later in the video. First, let's develop a bit of an understanding of how it all started. Origin and rise. Grooveshark was cooked up by a trio of some smart cookies back in 2006. Based in the sunny Florida heartland with a sprinkle of New York City glamour, this idea was the brainchild of 3 University of Florida undergrads, Andres, Josh, and Sam, who later became the boss man. At first, this service was like a secret club for music lovers, where you paid to download tunes feeling like a tech-savvy trendsetter. In the early days, Grooveshark was all about this thing called P2P, or peer-to-peer. It was like a cool underground network where users had to install this mysterious SharkBite app to play the music. And get this, those users who uploaded a song got a slice of the accounting pie. But the legality of it all raised a few eyebrows right from the get-go. They claimed they were the good guys in a world of LimeWire rebels, but you know how that goes. Fast forward to 2007, and Grooveshark stepped into the beta zone, where users were like music merchants, buying and selling tracks among themselves for a neat 99 cents. It was a whole market out there, where 70 cents flowed back to the record label, 25 cents hit the pockets of the music traders, and a teeny tiny 4 cents dropped into Grooveshark's piggy bank. But hold up, the big record labels weren't vibing with this model, and none of the big guys gave their golden stamp of approval. It was like a digital swap meet, where the cool indie record labels signed up, but the big dogs weren't in the game. Grooveshark's idea was cool, no doubt, but it had a rocky start with bigwigs in the music industry. Later on, it faced some other challenges too, but we'll talk about that soon in the video. Let's first see how hard it worked to grow big. Innovations. In 2008, the music world had a digital party when Grooveshark finally hit the web, allowing us to play tunes with a simple click. No fancy app download required. They introduced Grooveshark Lite, a flash media player that did its thing with autoplay recommendations. It was like having your very own DJ suggesting songs, but without the pushy requests for the chicken dance. The founders, Greenberg and Tarantino, were the golden boys of entrepreneurship, scoring a spot on Bloomberg Businessweek's America's Best Young Entrepreneurs list in 2008. They were on a roll. By 2009, Grooveshark snagged almost $1 million in seed funding, making them feel like the cool kids on the block. They even opened the doors to artists with their Grooveshark Artists platform, giving them stats on who was jamming to their tunes. That year, they gave their website a swanky makeover with new features like skipping to any point in a song and funky customizable themes. The digital beasts smiled upon Grooveshark in 2010 when they switched their interface to HTML5, making things slicker and faster. This new look and feel aimed to make music streaming a more delightful experience for its users. The platform was like a musical treasure chest, offering songs, playlists, and profiles of music enthusiasts. It had a neat trick, a Java web search app that peeked into users' folders for MP3s, uploading and merging them into the user's online library. It meant that your favorite tunes became available for instant playback anytime, anywhere. Time magazine gave it a nod, listing it among its 50 best websites in 2010. The numbers were impressive too. Grooveshark streamed over 1 billion sound files monthly, holding an archive of 15 million songs and attracting 20 million users. Then in 2011, they did another update, probably to keep up with the ever-changing beat of the music world. Challenges started appearing, but it wasn't that easy. They hit a few snags, like shutting down in Germany in 2012 due to those pesky licensing costs. Despite the bumps, they were still winning hearts, landing spots as finalists in the Mashable Awards. and their founders hitting the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. Grooveshark was living its music tech dream, making waves and keeping the party going. In 2012, they finally made peace with Google Play, allowing their app to return to the digital shelves. Not long after, on September 5th of the same year, Grooveshark strutted in with its full HTML5 player, making a grand entrance and thumbing its nose at Google and Apple for trying to sideline their mobile services. Talk about a bold move. But then, tragedy struck amidst all the highs and lows of the tech world. In November 2013, there was an unfortunate loss of one of Grooveshark's executives, Eddie Vasquez. It was a sad note in the company's journey. In 2013, Cydia repositories like iHack Store and Big Boss Repo returned the Grooveshark iPhone app. This version allowed users to download songs and directly import them into their music app with Grooveshark, a handy feature indeed. Then fast forward to July 2014, and guess what? Grooveshark decided to jump on the cryptocurrency bandwagon and started accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment via Stripe. I mean, who doesn't love a little musical mix with some digital currency spice? Grooveshark was exploring all kinds of avenues to keep the rhythm going. Shut down. But in April 2015, Grooveshark hit a major sour note. It was a dark day for music enthusiasts when Grooveshark, tangled up in lawsuits with major players like Universal Music Group, Sony Music Entertainment, and Warner Music Group, had to pull the plug on its service. As part of a settlement to resolve copyright infringement claims, Grooveshark was immediately shut down, and its ownership, along with its entire intellectual property portfolio, was handed over to these music labels. The Grooveshark website, sadly, said goodbye, leaving its users stranded and redirected to licensed music streaming services. This difficult decision came following the threat of facing an astronomical $736 million in damages if the courts found that Grooveshark willfully infringed on copyrights. That's a massive financial slap on the wrist. Understandably, it forced the company to throw in the towel, closing its virtual doors to the dismay of its loyal listeners. But the story doesn't end there. Soon after the shutdown, a phoenix seemed to rise from the ashes. A new website emerged, sporting the Grooveshark brand, boasting a basic MP3 search engine and claiming to carry the torch with the previous music library. However, this rebirth was short-lived, as the new platform was quickly sniffed out as a repackaged version of an existing MP3 search engine, not the beloved Grooveshark reincarnated. The music labels weren't having it either, swiftly seizing the clone's domain name and putting a lid on its revival. Just a few months later, in July 2015, co-founder Josh Greenberg passed away, unexpectedly at the age of 28, leaving a sad coda to Grooveshark's already ear-shattering legacy. Some say he committed suicide after dealing with severe depression, but there is no evidence to prove this myth. Ultimate reasons for downfall. Now let's learn about those biggest mistakes Grooveshark made and ultimately fell into the darkest well of being shut down forever: legal battles. Grooveshark's growth slowed because it couldn't get licensing deals with big record companies. Its initial approach, relying on peer-to-peer technology similar to Napster or BitTorrent, raised eyebrows for copyright infringement. While other music streaming services like Spotify made deals with record labels that let them legally give huge music libraries, Grooveshark failed to do so. Despite attempts to legitimize by signing contracts with major music labels, the lack of accurate reporting on streamed songs led to lawsuits. The legal tussle and the subsequent ban from major platforms like Apple and Google Play severely crippled its growth, funding woes and lack of investment. Grooveshark's struggle to secure substantial venture capital was a major setback. In its early days, it raised less than $1 million, significantly less than its competitors like Spotify. This financial shortfall hindered its ability to attract experienced managers and expand operations, resulting in a lack of stability and growth, an ability to foster a strong brand identity. Grooveshark's brand identity was relatively weak, failing to differentiate itself from competitors in a crowded marketplace. The platform lacked a clear and consistent brand voice, and its marketing campaigns were often ineffective at capturing the attention of potential users. This lack of a strong brand identity made it difficult for Grooveshark to attract and retain users in the face of stiff competition. Inability to adapt to changing trends. Grooveshark launched ahead of its time, providing a streaming music service before platforms like Spotify gained traction. However, their reliance on a peer-to-peer infrastructure limited their ability to evolve with changing technologies. When mobile streaming gained popularity, Grooveshark's move back to the desktop costed a substantial user base, which shifted to a mobile-friendly service like Spotify. Failures in professionalism and business relations. Despite signing a deal with EMI for royalty payments, Grooveshark's inaccurate reporting of streamed music created further legal troubles. It showcased a lack of professionalism and business acumen, undermining its relationships with major music labels. Grooveshark's failure to provide accurate accounts of streamed music led to lawsuits, damaging its credibility further. Market entry, timing, and competition. Grooveshark emerged when the digital music landscape was transforming. The rise of legal streaming services like Spotify and stricter copyright enforcement signaled the end of the Wild West days for music-sharing platforms. Grooveshark's emergence during this transitional period stopped its success, facing stiff competition from established players and changing industry dynamics. Lack of transparency and communication. Grooveshark's communication with users and stakeholders, particularly the music industry, was often characterized by a lack of transparency and openness. It resulted in mistrust and frustration among those seeking clarity regarding the platform's operations and its stance on copyright issues. Failure to capitalize on user data. Grooveshark collected vast user data, including listening habits and preferences. However, the company failed to effectively utilize this data to enhance user experience, targeting advertisement or develop new revenue streams. This underutilization of valuable data assets limited Grooveshark's potential for growth and sustainability. Does Grooveshark still work? Nope, Grooveshark does not work as of today. In April 2015, Grooveshark permanently shut down after facing numerous lawsuits from music labels and artists for copyright infringement. The company could not settle with the music industry, and the courts ordered Grooveshark to forfeit its domain name, assets, and revenue. Since then, attempts to revive Grooveshark under new ownership have been unsuccessful. I know it's a sad story, but we can learn a lot from it. Did you ever have a Grooveshark subscription? What was your experience? Please do share it in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.